Please welcome Helen Searle.
Okay, I'm going to do this a little bit differently because a lot of you have heard me present before, but there's a few newbies in the room as well. And I want to start by saying thank you to everyone because it's my 5th year in BNI and it's been a massive stimulant to my business over the years. If I looked at my customer list, a lot of it comes from you guys or referrals from you or other chapters. So it's been a big factor in my business. That's the homepage of my online store. That's the Australian storefront. But my business actually operates in 25 countries around the world. So down the bottom of that, there are 25 flags. I actually can have customers in each one of the 25 countries that we operate in. So, if you're struggling to find me a referral in Australia and you know somebody in one of those 25 countries, they can be my customer simply by going to my online store because my business operates in a global online situation there. Okay, so I'm going to train you today on how you can give me a referral. Okay, so I want you to think about the questions that you could ask people to stimulate a referral for me. Because you might be thinking, I'm not sure how I could actually give Helen a referral. But you could say something like, do you know when the NBN is coming to your area? I know someone that could help you with that transition. I'm getting a lot of people at the moment who are a bit bamboozled by the NBN, don't know what speeds, what plans, don't know how to connect, whatever. I can go and sit at their kitchen table. I'll usually look at their last bill, see how much data, how much internet they require, see what speed they're getting at with their current ADSL connection, and then make a plan that suits their needs. Because every day just about I hear about somebody who's on a plan that's twice the price it should be, or 3 times the data they should have, or not enough, and a lot of people don't know. They just get told by somebody who doesn't really care, this is the plan for you. So I can personalise that with them. Are you thinking of getting a new mobile phone soon? Great Christmas present. This was my referral request before, so we can get that in time for Christmas. So if you're sitting around with people and they're going, I don't know what to get for my child for Christmas, I don't know what to get my husband, hey, how about a new phone? And I have every single phone basically that's in Australia available, so whether it be Android or Apple, including tablets as well. We've done a few tablets lately, so if you're looking for a new iPad or something like that, we've got those as well. How long is it since you've had a health check on your bills? I know that's not a normal topic of conversation, but if you were sitting with somebody and they were whinging about, I just got my bill and it's too high, you could say, hey, how long's it been since you had a health check? Because Helen will do that. If I get a copy of your bills, she can just do a no obligation health check on it. And you could hand me the bills, or they could scan them through to me and I'll just send back a little quote. They can take it or leave it. But you could be that catalyst that if you hear the whinge, you could just go, well, what about a health check on it? Because we do it about other services as well. Do you or your children ever go over your data on mobiles? I hear this all the time when people say, I've just paid $40 excess data this month because my son went over it, while he was on camp or something like that. So what I can do is put families or businesses on collective one bill plans where they all data share, and you have a pool of data, and that way, in fact I did one last week where we just put the kids on little cheap $22 plans, which were 2 gig, but we did a SIM card for $40 that had 13 gig on it for the parent, and collectively they had 17 gig of data for $84. So, and the kids could use 6 or 7 each if they wanted to, but we're still paying a low price. So by putting them all together, they ended up with about 6 gig each between all the 3 phones. Okay, so what to listen to when you're out and about? I'm tired of being on hold to my telco and getting poor customer service. This is one that I hear a fair bit of. So if you hear someone say that, that's when you come back in with one of those other things. Well, have you had a health check on your bills? Because Helen can be your personal consultant. In fact, Angela gave me a referral a couple of weeks ago to a lady, and when I contacted her, she said, I wish you'd rung me a month ago because I signed up for an ADSL plan a month ago and I have not had internet for a month. I've rung them 15 times, they disconnect me when I'm talking to them, their customer service is appalling, but they're connecting me on Thursday week. But I still have no internet. So I said to her, look, why don't I come around, I'll bring you my mobile broadband and at least you'll have internet between now in those 10 days. And she said, well, how much will that cost me? And I said, well, nothing. You know, you're a friend of Angela's. I'll bring my mobile broadband around. At least you've got, because I've got a spare of everything that I lend out to people in times of need. So I took it around to her and she said, thank you very much. She said, it's been connected on Thursday week. And I said, no worries, just text me when you're all connected and I'll come back and get it. She rang me on that day saying the company, after her waiting 5 weeks for the connection, had rung her that morning saying, we can't connect you. So she was back where she started 5 weeks previous, and she said, what I want to do is, because you've helped me, can you come and do the connection? And I learned, to cut a long story short, the wrong address had been put in. So not only did I put an order in for her broadband connections, but she now is signing up all her other services with me because of that little bit of extra effort that we gave, and I sat at a kitchen table and did that. So they're the sort of things that I can do. I'm moving soon to a new address. Okay, anyone that says I'm moving, I'm going somewhere, you know, Dave's good at this, he gives me the people who sell their house and the people who are coming into it, so I'm often doing both ways. But, you know, if you know someone who's moving, it's a great time for all their services to be looked at and possibly reconnected with me. My kids are getting old enough to need a new mobile phone. Often, if you know families who've got kids in grade 6, maybe they're about to get on a bus to a new school, or they're starting to be a bit more independent, that's about the time when parents start to think about getting a mobile phone for them. So if you've got family and friends that have grade 6s, so you're looking 10, 11, 12-year-old kids, that's about to get a new mobile phone time. I'm interested in them, and we can group that together. Obviously, it's on the parent's name, and we can gradually bring the whole family in to have a collective data plan. I travel overseas and I want to know the best way to use my mobile while travelling. I get this question a lot. I'm going to touch on something in a minute that will help with this as well. But, you know, because I partnered with Vodafone, and Vodafone roams for $5 a day in over 60 countries around the world, and Fiona will attest to this as well. My daughter's just been overseas for 6 months, and I let her roam once every 10 days so that she could bring the grandparents and everything. So she travelled, and every 10 days it cost $5 extra for her to speak for 3 hours on the phone to my mother. So she was happy about that as well. I'm getting NBN flyers in my letterbox. I have no idea what to do. I want to call internationally on my mobile from here. Got great plans for that. I want an extra line in my business, but I don't want to pay all the connection charges. I had someone a couple of months ago, runs a business but had a second business, wanted to run it from home but didn't want to get a new $2.99 connection put in. I've got a VoIP service that you can just plug into your modem for $10 a month, no connection, unlimited calls. So if that's you, that's a good option. Bread and butter, these are the basic ones. BNI members in the room, families and friends, people moving house, buying a home, building a new home, complaining about services, price or lack of customer services. Guests to our chapter. Guests are really important for me because, you know, they've got services as well. Your work colleagues, if you work in a workplace and you've got people there that you work with, have you ever said this stuff to them? Right, because there's a lot of those people I've never seen, so there's an opportunity for a referral. If you want to know about this, because I'm running out of time, next week ACN launch an app. It's called Companion. Okay, Companion, that's just the Android version. It is available on Apple as well. Companion is going to blow up this market. It is a $5 a month app, hasn't been released yet, so there's not much information, but I snuck a little bit in. What you can do is, if you've got an NBN service or a VoIP service in your home, all right, so anyone on the NBN, you can download the app on your mobile, and you can, anywhere in the world, and our NBN plans, just to go over them, have unlimited everything, including calls to 90 destinations and 38 mobiles. You could, from your mobile phone, from anywhere in the world, have that as your landline. Okay, so the $5 a month app becomes that wherever you are, in Australia, internationally. Using the app, obviously you need a Wi-Fi connection, or if you've got data on your mobile phone plan for $5 a day extra, you can do that as well. So that's coming next week, and I'll talk to you about that in my one-to-ones, obviously. Here's my cream: real estate agents, financial planners, accountants, health check on essential services of their customers, businesses with multiple franchises and premises, sporting clubs, we've done a few sporting clubs lately, electricians, because they're out there in houses, IT industry workers, phone repair shops, they're great as well for me, Tradies who want to go from paper to electronic, that was my referral request a few weeks ago, because we're putting a lot of people onto tablets who are doing jobs and they've got the actual, everything's electronic nowadays for them. I have a survey as well. This is really important for me. I've sent this out to a lot of people to do the survey. I might put it on our Facebook page as well, and you can fill out that survey. And it says, one of the things is when you're out of contract on your mobile, so if you say I'm out of contract next August, I file that in my portafile in July, and then I'll give you a call with the plans that we've got in July, because it's not relevant what we've got now because they change every day. And my dream body corporates, developers, contacts in real estate, like the land offices and everything in the NBN areas. Japanese contacts who just opened in Japan last month. Retirement villages and nursing homes. I do a lot of connections for people that just want landline and simple, maybe mobile broadband and older people. Companies with 10 plus mobile phones, I really want them. This is my challenge for 2017, finishing with that mobile phone one. If each person in this chapter gave me just one referral, one for the year, okay, I only want one referral for the year, to a business or company that had 10 mobile phones or devices or more. Now, this is just about my family, by the way. So if you've got as many kids as what I've got, we've got 10 devices. All right, one referral is all I'm asking you for. How much do you think that would make for me? Anyone want to have a guess? Because I'm out of time. $50,000. Okay? So I want you to think about next year who you could find that is one company or family that has either 10 or more mobile devices, tablets, phones, SIM cards. That's my dream referral. And by the time we have 50 in our chapter, then that becomes 50 referrals, 500 services, $50,000 basically. So that's how big picture BNI can be when every little bit collectively adds together. Thank you.